The medical chamber aboard the exploration ship Dawn Horizon was quiet, filled with soft white light. Dr. Elias Carter stood beside the rehabilitation platform, checking the readings on a floating console. The alien girl sitting on the platform watched him carefully. Her name was LRA. She was small and fragile, with silver skin that glowed faintly like distant starlight. Strange patterns drifted beneath her skin, moving like living constellations across a night sky. 3 weeks earlier, her damaged vessel had been discovered drifting near the outer edge of human space. Most of the crew had died. Only a handful of survivors were rescued, and LRA had been the youngest, and the most seriously injured. Her spinal nerves had been badly damaged. When human doctors first examined her, they believed she would never walk again. But Elias Carter refused to accept that conclusion. Every day he studied her alien biology. Every day he tested new methods. Every day he helped her try to stand again. Today was another attempt. Elias activated the support harness beside the platform. Gentle bands of light formed around LRA and slowly lifted her upright. Her thin legs hung weakly beneath her. "Are you ready?" he asked calmly. LRA gave a small nod. Her voice was soft, almost musical. "I trust you, Dr. Carter." That was enough for him. He slowly lowered the harness until her feet touched the floor. For a moment nothing happened. Then her legs began to tremble violently. Her body shook as if invisible currents were passing through her. "Easy," Elias said quietly. "Slow breathing. Focus." LRA closed her glowing eyes and pressed her feet against the smooth floor. The trembling grew stronger, and pain flashed across her face. Elias stepped closer, but he did not grab her. If she was going to walk again, she had to control the movement herself. "You can do this," he encouraged softly. "Just one step." LRA tried. Her leg moved slightly forward. Then it collapsed. The harness caught her before she could fall. Her breathing grew heavy. "I failed," she whispered. Elias shook his head. "No, you moved your leg. That means the signal reached your muscles. That's progress." Her glowing eyes opened again. "Really?" Elias smiled gently. "Really? Let's try again." The next attempt was stronger. Her leg lifted again, shaking badly, but it moved forward slowly. Her foot touched the floor a few centimeters ahead. Both of them froze. "You did it," Elias said quietly. "That was a step." LRA stared down in disbelief. The glow of her skin brightened slightly. "Another step," Elias encouraged. She tried again. The second step was unsteady, but it worked. For the next hour they practiced again and again. Painful progress. Each attempt steadied her body a little more. Each step became slightly stronger than the last. Finally, Elias deactivated the harness and helped her sit back on the platform. "You did amazing work today," he told her. LRA looked down at her legs as if seeing them for the first time. "On my world, they said the damage was permanent," she said quietly. Elias leaned against the console. "Human medicine is stubborn," he replied. "We don't like permanent problems." LRA studied him silently for a moment. "Why do you help me so much?" she asked. "Humans barely know my species. Your science barely understands our bodies. Yet every day you spend hours helping me." Elias simply shrugged. "Because someone had to." The answer seemed to surprise her. Her glowing skin dimmed slightly as she thought. "Dr. Carter," she said slowly, "may I try something without the harness?" Elias frowned. "Your balance is still unstable." "We will be careful," she replied. After a moment, he nodded. "All right, but I stay close." LRA slid down from the platform. Her feet touched the floor. Her legs trembled again. But this time she didn't fall. She stood perfectly still. Elias blinked in surprise. Her progress was happening faster than expected. "Good," he said softly. "Now try one step." But LRA didn't move. Instead, the patterns beneath her skin suddenly began glowing brighter. Much brighter. The light spread across her arms and neck like rivers of flowing silver energy. Elias straightened. "LRA, what's happening?" Her eyes opened slowly. They glowed like twin stars. "Dr. Elias Carter," she said calmly, "your actions have been observed." "Observed by who?" Elias asked. Before she could answer, alarms suddenly blared throughout the room. The ship sensors were detecting enormous energy readings. Unknown signal detected. Foreign transmission entering the system. Elias looked around in confusion. "What is going on?" LRA calmly stepped forward. Her legs moved perfectly now, strong, smooth, and graceful. You helped repair the final neural connection, she explained. Your therapy succeeded. Elias stared. You're walking perfectly. Yes, she said, because I was never completely broken. The air around her filled with tiny floating lights. They hovered like glowing dust before forming complex symbols in the air. Symbols far beyond human technology. A chill ran down Elias's spine. My people are called the Sarahifa, LRA continued. For thousands of years we have observed emerging civilizations across the galaxy. We study their behavior, their values, their instincts. Elias slowly understood. You mean, this was a test? LRA nodded. Across the galaxy, many young species react to weakness with fear. Some abandon the injured. Some imprison strangers. Some exploit them for research. She paused and looked directly at him. But humanity showed relentless compassion. Elias crossed his arms. We just helped someone who needed help. Exactly, she said. And you did it without reward, without knowing who I truly was, and without fear. The floating symbols shifted again, forming a massive star map. Thousands of worlds connected by glowing lines. This is the Serati Alliance, LRA explained. An ancient network of civilizations far older than humanity. Centuries we have searched for a species worthy of joining. Elias laughed quietly. And your decision was based on physical therapy? Not just therapy, LRA replied. Kindness, patience, the refusal to abandon a stranger. Suddenly the lights in the chamber grew brighter. The ship's computer announced an incoming fleet. Multiple unidentified vessels entering orbit. Elias rushed to the observation window. Dozens of enormous alien ships were appearing above the planet, each one larger than any human vessel ever built. LRA stepped beside him calmly. Do not worry, she said. They are not here for war. They are here for humanity. Elias looked back at her in shock. I helped you walk because it was the right thing to do. No, she corrected gently. You helped humanity take its first step into the wider galaxy. Outside the window, the alien fleet slowly formed a peaceful formation above the world. For the first time in history, humanity was no longer alone. And it had all begun with one simple act. A human doctor who refused to stop helping an injured alien girl stand again. Please follow my channel for more videos. One click from you can change my life. Rocket.